It is Girl Talk segment. Tune in. Yes. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the day I am finally doing our Girls Talk segment. Today I have, this is like my BFF here, y'all, but she's really family. This is Shannon. Say hey, Shannon.
Hi, YouTube.
Well, we're not doing a mukbang, but what we're going to do is have some little finger foods. We got cucumbers, carrots, cheese,
Yum.
grapes, and watermelon. And we have some little spirits going on. So, yeah. We're going to taste a little bit, and then we'll get right into our questions or topics. Yeah, how that taste?
It's really good. It's sweet.
Woo!
Piece of cheese.
Woo! How Mark Lawrence used to do.
Love Martin.
All right. So, yes, we're going to be talking about marriage. We're going to be talking about females. We're going to be talking about personal hygiene. Everything. Comment down below if you have anything else for us to discuss. And Shannon said she'll be back for another Girls Talk segment.
I will.
So, Shannon, let's talk about how long do you think that a couple should date before they actually get married?
Personally, I think I would say at least 6 months to a year, because I feel like anything before that is what they call the honeymoon stage, and people don't show their true colors until you've been in it for a while. So I feel like you guys should date, get to know each other the best way you can, as much as you can, before you commit to marriage, because marriage, that's not a cakewalk. It's serious. It's hard work. It's every day in and day out with the same person. And you got to be able to want to stick with that person and stick through anything that y'all go through in order to make that marriage work. Marriage is not easy.
Not at all. And that is so very true. Yeah, we're back. Sorry about that. But yeah, like we were saying, marriage is very tough.
It's tough.
And it's very serious. Like, you know, do you believe in love at first sight?
I don't. I really don't. Because I just feel like, how can you love somebody that you don't know? Like, you just you basing it off of their physical appearance and not actually who they are. And love to me is the good and the bad, the pretty, the ugly, the ups, the downs. That's love to me. And I just don't believe in love at first sight. No offense to anybody who does, but I don't.
So you just own?
I don't.
Well,
no.
Well, how long did you and Junior, her husband is my first cousin, by the way. So how long did y'all date?
We dated for 3 years before we got married. That's my high school sweetheart.
I was going to say, and that's only because they went to high school with each other.
Right.
And,
yep, that's my
you know, they was like, high school sweethearts. And I think I remember telling you guys how long Darian and I dated. It was 6 months before he actually proposed.
Right.
But typically a full year before we actually got married.
Right.
So I do agree with what you said, you know, and like she said, to each his own. If you guys believe in love at first sight,
that's your
thing.
But I just
you really have to get to know the person,
right? And that's why, you know, a lot of, especially with us being young, like I'm in my late 20s, Brittany's in her early 30s. A lot of couples that get married when they're in their early 20s, they don't make it. There's no reason why. I mean, it's just that they don't know each other enough to want to do the work that it takes to be married. Like, it has not been a cakewalk in my marriage at all. But my good days definitely outweigh my bad. And I'm willing to stick through whatever with my husband just because that's my boo. I love him. Like, I really love that man. And
God-given husband.
Yes, and
that's another thing,
I think that's
too.
Serious.
Yeah, sometimes you have to take stuff to God and let him direct your path.
Not your friends.
And he will not steer you wrong.
You know, I don't believe in, you know, the counseling sessions with my friends, especially my friends that aren't married. Like, there's nothing a single person could tell me about my marriage. I get on my knees and pray, and I ask God for guidance, and he sees us through. Is it always rainbows and butterflies? No.
Right.
But I love my husband. I mean, I'm in love with my husband.
Right.
And that's what matters.
Exactly.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
That's her boo, y'all. That's
He
her
going
boo.
to work.
Come here, Dooney.
He like, no.
No clothes on.
Julia!
What's up?
Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Julia, come here. Let me introduce you, please. Julia, come here. I said, y'all, this boy is like my brother, okay? But when I say we can laugh and say some crazy stuff to each other, I just asked, he's headed to work, and I asked him to come and introduce himself.
And he said no.
And he said, oh, no, ma'am. I don't have no
He got his
clothes
work uniform on. He about to go get in the trenches.
And y'all, I know y'all see that the background and where I'm at is totally different. I'm actually at my aunt's and uncle's house, and everybody's just so astounded and amazed that I'm doing this video. So behind y'all, it's like the entire family. All right, Julia.
All right.
That was too funny.
Hey, catch me next time. I have some clothes.
Y'all, I'm sorry if I'm laughing loud, but this is what I do when I'm around my family.
This is her
Tell them,
life.
Shannon.
This right here is the life of inti party.
All right, y'all, we back. Had a little technical difficulties. But anyway, what were we talking about?
We were talking about relationships and how long we thought somebody should be dating before they got married. And we saw Junior off to work. So
What about how long you think a married couple should wait if they don't already have any to have kids?
oh goodness. Personally,
We both
I don't know a lot about this because I had
We
a
both had
child
kids prior.
before I got married. She was actually 3 months old when I got married.
and I was pregnant.
So
We had them.
I have no experience in this department, but a lot of people do say at least a year or two just for you guys to just enjoy each other and do the traveling and all that, because once you have kids, I mean, traveling is not impossible, but it's definitely different because you have to pack for however many people and make sure you got everything you need for you and your kids when you travel, because you're not at home, you're going somewhere else, so you have to be prepared.
It's
So
hard.
yeah, and just getting ready in the morning, for me, it take me like 10-15 minutes. But with my kids, it's like an hour and a half process because I'm constantly saying, get your shoes, get your book bag. It's, look, at least take a year or two before you introduce kids to your marriage if you don't already have them. Because
the struggle is real.
yeah, it's definitely different. I wouldn't trade my kids for the world. God,
Right.
that's
Love
a job that is so rewarding just to have those little people to love you unconditionally. But take some time, just you and him. You know, do Disney World, because everybody say you got to do Disney without the kids before you take the kids. So yeah, go to Disney World, take some cruises, you know, travel.
Right.
Because me and my husband we haven't traveled, and we've been married almost 10 years, but we about to start because our kids are getting older, and I'm about to start taking some trips. We're about to have some mommy and daddy time.
Yes.
Even some girls trips. Me and Brittany gonna have to hit the slab, you know.
Yes.
About to have us some fun. It's time to start living for real. But yeah, I would say at least a year or two.
Right. So you got any topics that we think we should hit?
We said we were gonna talk about hygiene. Female hygiene, male hygiene, everybody hygiene.
My.
Oh, well, you know, my motto for hygiene is clean yourself like you never cleaned yourself before.
Thoroughly.
And know that if you can smell yourself, everybody else can smell you as well.
So you can smell yourself before
anybody. And I work in a gynecology office. I'm a medical assistant, and I appreciate the clean bodies.
She don't release
no
names.
I'm very up on my HIPAA.
Right.
We just talk about scenarios, and you know, I appreciate the clean bodies. Is my point.
So Shannon, what would you say? What would you say is a good soap for females down in the vagina area?
I would suggest anything unscented. Just a little backstory. The vagina, for anybody that doesn't know, is a self-cleaning system. It cleans itself. And when you go and add perfume and dyes, you're throwing off your vaginal pH, which can cause bacteria vaginosis, yeast infections, vaginal dryness, all types of issues. And I understand that you want to smell good, but Dove, just the regular white Dove bar, does wonders. You don't have to get all that scented stuff. First of all, it's too strong. But the vagina is sensitive. Like, it's a sensitive part of your body. So you don't have to add all those dyes and perfumes. And if you notice, if you do bathe with that soap, after you're burning, because you've aggravated your you've aggravated that area so much to where it's just burning. And then you come to the doctor and you have to get undressed and get up on that table, get in them stirrups. And women, I don't care how long you've been going to the doctor, that never gets familiar. I don't ever like to take my clothes off and have somebody get down in between my legs. Like, that's, you know, that's for my husband. That ain't fun. You know, even though doctors are very professional, not saying that they perverts, but still, it's just invading. That's my privacy.
Right.
You know, but if something ain't right with that thing, you gotta go get it checked out.
Yeah, ma'am.
But, you know, if you could just avoid using all the perfume and the dyes and the scented stuff in that area, it'll make a world of difference.
So, Shannon, what you say about, like, because I was always told, excuse me, that soap does not belong inside of your vagina anyway. And I was told that, you know, I pray to God that you all is not using the same rag that you bathing your body with.
To put it on your face.
Face and down there.
No.
Because I was told that you take a rag and put like lukewarm or warm water on it, and you clean that.
Yes.
You use that to clean the inside.
Water. Just warm water.
But only use soap. They really tell you don't put soap down there, period.
Right.
But I know
us
as
women, we want that area to be
right.
as clean as
I
possible.
use the soap on the outside.
It's totally fine for you to put it around, but just not on the inside. Because like I said, you start messing with them vaginal pHs, you throw your body off, and it's not a good look. But yeah, warm water. Make sure you have a nice clean rag. No, do not use the same rag that you use to wash up under your arms and wash your face, because let's just keep all that separate. Yes, that's
a recipe for a disaster.
That's a lot of washcloths, but hey, we got to keep that thing
right.
So,
and I also, you know, when they say don't put soap down there, they was like, would you put soap in your mouth?
Right.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. And a lot of people don't know that. Like, a lot of people just generally don't know that soap is not supposed to go on the inside of the vagina. But I'm telling you, Brittany's World subscribers, anybody else, soap does not go inside the vagina. The vagina is a self-cleaning system. It will clean itself. And I know you're like, well, it's sweaty. You know, it's hot. I've been sweating. Just around it. You don't have to go in it with the soap. You don't have to go in it.
Please do not douche. Douching is so 1990s and whatever you want to call it. It's really not healthy for you.
No, it's not. Douching will mess up the lining of your stomach, which is something you don't want.
Wow.
Douching will really
go all the way up there?
Oh yeah. That stuff shoots up there. What about all the liquid that you know that didn't fall back out? That's just in there. Water. Warm water.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, I've learned a lot working
with the gynecologist.
With the gynecologist that I work for. I've learned a lot. And I just was mind blown to hear her when she goes and educates the patients, and I just absorb it all because I want to know everything about, I want to be able to help my friends and my family and, everything. And so, yeah. Yes.
Because her doctor that she worked for is my doctor.
She's great.
She's perfect. She's
great.
perfect.
I love her.
She
love her. She's great at what she does.
Right.
Really great.
So let's talk about, we talk about douching. That's a no-no.
No.
Another thing that's a no-no for that area, I would say, is powder. All that good, smell good. I mean, I guess it all ties into soap, the fragrances and different lotions, bubble baths. Those little
those bath bombs.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Whoa. Will tear it up. Let's just don't even do it. Warm water. And another thing that's really bad for that area, and I know y'all gonna be like, what? Shaving down there is a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for disaster. Don't do it. What? Get you a trimmer. Get a trimmer. They might be about $19. Get you a trimmer, because when you're shaving, you are aggravating those little, you have little, what Dr. Self always say, your hair follicles that are underneath your skin get so aggravated, and I cannot tell you how many times we've had somebody come in and say, I got a bump, and they think it's herpes, but in reality it's just the aggravated hair follicle from shaving. And then they get infected, and your panties rubbing up against it all day. They make you feel like you want to take your whole bottom half and throw it away.
Is that better?
Waxing is better. I would suggest waxing before shaving. Just because waxing takes that whole hair follicle up and down. It takes it out. Shaving just removes the top. So you still have that bottom hair follicle that can get infected.
Especially when you ain't doing it the right way.
And a lot of women don't know how to shave. Like, we go against the grain, which causes so much irritation. Then you have to be on antibiotics. Sometimes they have to be lanced. And if you've never had an infected hair follicle that's been lanced, you never want one. Ever. It's a pain like no other.
That's scary.
Yeah.
And that's something new for me too, y'all, because I didn't know that shaving would do that. Yeah, because baby,
I'm telling you,
I shave that thing like it's a chicken.
I was on the shaving train too until I started my current job, and my doctor was like, "That's a no-no."
Well, you know what they say: when you know better, you do better.
You do better.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So, what else we can talk about?
What else did we say?
Personal hygiene.
Personal hygiene. Just keep that thing clean. You know.
Deodorant is hot, so
make sure you got on deodorant. It's no reason why you should be walking around smelling like a fresh bag of onions.
Shave under your arms. You can't have Donkey Kong up under your arms.
Or wax. Because shaving up under your arms is pretty much the same thing as your vagina.
Yeah.
So get a trimmer. Trimmers are the best. Get it. Wax, I'm fine with that. But don't be looking like you got a toddler up, in the headlock up under your arms, all that hair. That ain't
Tasmania
cute.
up
that
under
ain't
there.
Cute. That ain't hot. Don't nobody want to see that. Then you be wanting to put on spaghetti strap shirts.
This is getting on my nerves.
She a perfectionist, y'all.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's just lopsided. Anyway, so we're done with hygienes.
I think we should.
What else can we talk about female-wise? This is girls talk now. Let's talk about friends.
Oh, I was just about to say.
Friendship.
We need to shed some light on that because with what's going on in the media with this whole Kanika Jenkins thing.
Okay.
It's got me feeling some type of way.
Oh, my goodness.
Excuse me, y'all.
And to be quite honest, growing up, that could have been any one of us.
Excuse me.
Because we've always had that situation where you thought you were friends with someone or with a group of girls and they've turned on you.
Right.
Not saying, and let me say this because I know I said in my last video, we're not saying that we know what happened. We're not saying, no, we weren't there. We're just giving an opinion. We're not stating facts.
Right.
That's a disclaimer. So don't come for me and don't come for Shannon.
Please don't.
But anyway, we're talking about friendship. And we're going to use that as an example because the initial storyline was her friends set her up.
Right.
Okay? Even though that may not be what the case, is or whatever. But that is a situation that happens on a daily basis. Right. Friends may not set you up to be killed or murdered, but they set you up to fail.
Right.
They set you up to get your feelings hurt.
Right.
When you thinking that, hey, I got a best friend or this is my girl, this is my home girl, and then turn around and she flips the script on you.
Right.
That's an everyday situation. So that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. And luckily, in those situations, you still have another day to get it right or change. But in Kanika's case, she doesn't have that because her situation, whatever it may be, like we said, we don't know what happened. We were not there. But it cost her life. And I know personally, I have had a friend in particular that gets so drunk to where she doesn't even know her first name. And I'm always the designated driver. I'm always the mama. Not saying I can't see myself letting my friend wander off being that intoxicated.
We're back. That phone won't let us be great tonight. Anyway,
we're trying to do something positive, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But we just gonna jump right back into it. Just my only advice is know your surroundings, and if you're not comfortable, then don't go. If you don't know those people, then don't go. And I'm not saying don't go have fun. Yes, enjoy your life, do you. But just know your surroundings because we don't need another situation like this to happen. Like, you don't want to be the next. We're back.
That's all I'm going to do.
It's okay. We're going to get through this video.
And look at it shaking. It better not move no darn well. Okay.
Where were we?
Oh, friends.
Just,
know your friends.
Know your people. Just know your people. And be able to trust your people and know that if you ever in a bind, that they got your back.
They got your back.
Right. Because I'm a ride for mine. And we're going to be stumbling through the halls together. But we're going to be together. So, just know that.
Right.
And that's pretty much all I got to say about the friends. Just know them.
Well, let's get right on to them. Do y'all really want some girl talk?
I don't think
you think do y'all really want some girl talk? Let's talk about them exes.
Oh Lord.
Now we married.
Yes.
And we happily married.
Yes.
But we're also women.
Right. And we have had, we've dated a couple of people. Kissed a couple frogs before we got to our prince. And
there was some frogs.
Yeah, I personally, I don't believe in being friends with your ex. Because that's a recipe for disaster. If you're trying to break up your happy home, then go ahead. But you can't be friends with somebody that you've had a relationship with.
And dipping back in.
Yeah, it's just not a good look. And you already know us as women, we emotional creatures. We real. We don't do anything that's not involved with our emotions. So don't. It might be because we on the table.
Oh my gosh, I know that.
Our emotions are strong.
Ooh.
And we can't act off impulse. We emotional creatures.
Very emotional.
And all that, oh, we just friends. Cut it. It ain't gonna work. Because they gonna start saying all the right stuff, and they gonna start to feed into whatever situation you got going on at home, and they gonna play on that because that's what they do. And then that grass gonna start looking greener, but in reality, it's all a game.
And you gonna start thinking they really love you.
Yeah, and all they really want to do is mess up what you got going on
and get that booty.
Just to say that they did it. And then go back to being whatever they are, male whore, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm, don't fall for the tricks, ladies, because they're all tricks.
Don't do it.
Yeah, just
now, Shannon, what you think about cheating and taking back a cheating spouse?
Like I said before, marriage is work. Marriage is work. And I'm talking about 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. Even when you sleep, you working on that marriage.
Every day.
7 days a week. And a lot of times, relationships change. And it's really nobody's fault. I take that back. It is somebody's fault. It's both of y'all's fault. Because at some point, you stop working on the relationship. And people start to stray. And when that happens, we got to get back to the basics. Get back to the fundamentals. Do we want this? Are we willing to do the work? Forgiveness. Now, if you take your spouse back, don't bring it up every day that they cheated on you. Because don't nobody want to hear that. If you forgive them, really forgive them. But you have to evaluate you before you can evaluate the relationship. Do I want this? Was I doing everything that I could do to make this marriage work? And if you can honestly say yes, then 9 times out of 10, that person just don't want it bad enough. If you go to him and say, what you're doing is hurting me, and they don't try to change, it's time to go. It's time to go.
Deuces.
Because it's nothing like being in love by yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to let that go. If it's not. Now, if they say, all right, well, what can I do? Then that's potential. That's somebody who wants to work on it. So, I mean, cheating. I'm sorry. Brittany is so funny, y'all. This girl is hilarious. But yeah, cheating is one of those type of things that unless you in that situation, you can't really speak on it.
If you haven't been there. But let me say this. I've had my share. And it is by far the most hurtful thing
it is
you will ever have to deal with.
Yeah.
Like, it literally does something to a person, and I get that. Well, I feel like that's why it's so hard for some people to forgive and come back from that, and then the first thing that they think that they should do is get a divorce. Right. But
have you talked about it? Have you tried counseling? Have you went to your pastor? Have you did anything to try to make it work?
You have to at least say, oh, I went the extra mile for my marriage instead of just throwing in the towel.
And if you've done that and it's still not there, then it's time to part ways. Some people just are not meant to be together, and that's fine. But still, do the work to see. Because if I stand up in front of God and my family and commit my life to somebody, that's not something I'm taking lightly.
Right.
I'm just not going to walk away from that. Oh, we getting a divorce. F you, whatever, I'm gone. Like, it don't work like that.
And speaking of family and the people who were at your wedding, that's embarrassing.
Yes.
It's very humiliating for you to be getting played by somebody you just so devoted to.
Right.
And then, on the outside looking in, that's another thing. When you're outside looking in, everything looks hunky-dory.
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't idolize
anybody's
relationship.
So that little hashtag, goals, no ma'am.
I don't believe in that. Because guess what? On the inside, those goals are a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
And you have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they got a nice house, they got a nice car,
Mm-hmm.
but on the inside of the house, she's lonely. He's not there.
Probably
He
beating
doesn't
them.
support her. He putting his hands on her. She don't support him. She's not there. He's lonely.
And she putting her hands
She
on
putting
him
her hands
too.
on him. It doesn't.
Because it goes both ways.
Yeah. Idolize. The only relationship that I idolize
It's her own.
is my own, and that's the only one I'm trying to work towards.
Right.
And
And those are goals.
Those are my goals.
Your goals should be goals of your relationship or your marriage.
Yes. My husband's grandparents have been married for how many? 50, 58 years? Almost 59. Those are goals.
Okay.
Those are my goals.
Yeah.
And not just being married on paper. To be, I'm sorry, y'all, that's my son. To be happily married. You know what I'm saying? To know that if I'm sick, this person is going to get me soup, go get my medicine, rub my head, be there for me. That's what I'm talking about. Building with somebody. Those are my goals. All that fancy stuff,
Material stuff don't mean
it doesn't
nothing.
matter. Now, it's to have a nice home is great,
A blessing.
but that's not.
But don't let that be your drive to want to get married.
Don't let the house be bigger than your marriage.
Oh yeah.
Don't let that. Don't let all the material.
Don't let your wedding cost more than the love that your husband has for you.
Because
or the
after
love that
y'all
you have
get
for
married,
him.
y'all can't stand each other. Or
You
6
go
months
home by
later.
yourself. You leave them guests that came to your wedding just to be nosy, first of all.
Yeah.
And second of all,
Right. And that's
when you get
another
home-
thing.
Okay.
Them spectators, we don't need them. Stay at home. If you're not here for me, stay at home.
And that's
Because
why
you can see the wedding pictures when I post them on Facebook.
And,
if I decide
and that's
to do
why
that.
I understand how most celebrities, they don't have huge
It's
weddings.
so quiet. You don't even know they're married. It's so low key.
They
Because
have
they
real
only want
intimate
real
ceremony.
people around them. And I did not have a wedding. I didn't have a wedding. Me and my
Me either.
husband, we
Went to the courthouse.
we went to my church, and it was just him, myself, our daughter, my mom, his parents, and our pastor and his wife in there. And yes, I do want to, when we renew our vows, I do want to have a nice ceremony, but it's only going to be my close family. Them relatives I ain't talked to since my daughter been born and she almost 10. You won't get an invitation because you don't even know me like that.
No, ma'am.
And all them so-called boos on Facebook, you probably won't get an invitation either. So don't take it personal. It just is what it. Like, I don't have money to be feeding
personal
people that I don't even talk to on a regular. I'm gonna feed my people.
Right.
Brittany will definitely be in the wedding, but I can't do that. I don't like all of that flat out people around me just to spectate and see what kind of dress I got, how my ring look. I don't need that type of energy at my day. I don't want it. But yeah, it's work, y'all. So when somebody proposes to you, know that it's a lifelong commitment.
Right.
And it's the toughest job aside from being a parent that you'll ever have.
Right.
And yes, that rock might be beautiful, but does it match the love that y'all have for each other?
Right. Does everything else
Right.
stupefy?
Just let it. Just know that it's not a game. It's not a game. And yes, cheating will make you question everything about you. What did I do to make this happen? And sometimes it really does lie on your shoulders. Was I there for him? Was I the right, he got what he needed from somebody else. Was I giving him
One thing that people do not do when stuff like that happen is evaluate yourself. It's always, okay, yeah, the person that did the actual act was
wrong.
definitely wrong, without a doubt.
By no means. And you will have your feelings about that.
Exactly, but at the same time, you got to ask yourself,
Yes.
what did I do to push him out there?
Right.
Or what did she do to push him out there? What did he do to push her out there? It's...
And my favorite reference for that is the Tyler Perry movie. Is it Temptations? Yeah, with
when she had HIV.
Yes, that one. That husband was screaming for his wife to cheat on him. He forgot her birthday. He did not compliment her when she changed up her hair.
He was born.
She was having a whole conversation on the phone with another man while he was 2 feet away from her. See,
Didn't even bother.
my husband, mine. Babe, who you talking to?
Mm-hmm.
Or, oh, babe, I'm finna run out for a minute. Where you going? Like, he wants to know. And that's how you have to be. You can't let up on these spouses, baby. You have to be on them. Where you going? Who you talking to?
Show that
I
you
want
care.
to know. Right. And that makes me feel good for my husband to ask me who I'm talking to. Just to even think that he would even be
like, oh, he checking.
Yeah, he concerned that I'm talking to somebody else. Like, I still got... You know, I thought I wasn't what I was, but I am.
You can flip your head. Ooh, let me take my hand.
This girl right here, y'all, nuts, okay? But yeah, it makes you feel good. I like for my husband to be a little jealous. That let me know that he ain't trying to lose what he got at home.
And he know what he got.
And neither am I. I ain't got time to be out here dating because people crazy. I ain't got time for that.
You know what you got, but you don't know what you're going to get.
And that grass is not greener, baby.
On the other side.
It's dead. It's dead. It's brown.
It's brown.
It's rotten. It's rotten over there. So stay in your pasture.
Right. Well, guys, it's been fun. It's been wonderful. Thank you, Shannon, for joining me. She will be back, y'all. She will be back. So y'all, please put your comments down below. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, and what would you like us to talk about.
No topic is off limits.
No topic y'all want to talk about. Whatever. We are ready. We ready. We waiting on y'all.
Give me a platform so I can kill it for y'all.
Okay, that's all I'm asking. So y'all, please hit the like button. Comment down below and subscribe, and make sure that you hit the notification bell as well. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.